Kulabantu abafuna ukusenzela izinto ezinhle but balinde ukuthi sife. Babe bese siyakuma next to my casket and say, he really uplifted me spiritually. But you never said that to me while I was living, so that I could have taken courage to say the same words to someone else. Don't scatter roses after I am gone. Give them to me because I need them now. I don't need expensive things. Ethuneni angifuni mazwi amahle sengifile. Akhulumeni manje indlebe zami zisezwa. Ngoba mase likhuluma sengifile nitshela abanye angizwanga lutho mina bengwadinga lawo mazwi ukuthi angiqinise ngisaphila. While we are living bazalwane, let's encourage each other ezintweni ezinhle. Asiphakamisaneni ezintweni ezinhle. Singakhulumi kuphela umzalwane simtshele ngobubi ayibobona. Hayi kakumsizi lokho, asivumeni ukubhala phansi kwenze njani kudlule. Oka 2022 akube kudlulile bazalwane. 2023 asikhumbuleni okuhle kodwa okwenzeke ngo2022. Ivesi efundiwe ithi yona ngesizulu. Ngicela uyifunde munye ngesizulu. Uyifunde ngesindebele, ake sifunde ngesizulu. Ngesizulu ithini? Ake kophethe iBhayibheli yesizulu. Now suphathi isingisi.
John chapter 12.
Yeah, John chapter 12 verse 21.
John chapter 12 verse 21.
Yes.
Lawo ke aya kuFilipi.
Yeah. Bethsaida. Yeah.
laseGalile.
Yeah.
Acela kuye athi, Nkosi, sithanda ukubona uJesu.
Isizulu sithatha. Yazi mina sami isizulu isizulu esinenkani. Esinenkani ngempela. Ufuna ufunde lesi sizulu. Wemamkhizi. Angithi ngumzulu wena. Akufunde laba 21 verse 21.
Laba basondela kuFilipi owayevela eBethsaida laseGalile. Bamcela bethi, Mnumzane, sifuna ukubona uJesu.
Mnumzane, sifuna ukubona uJesu. Yazi ayisho ukuthi sithanda ukubona uJesu. Hey, bafika bayadimana bathi, Mnumzane, sifuna ukubona uJesu. Isihloko sethu namhlanje sithi we mnumzane sifuna ukubona uJesu. In those days bazalwane vumani ngithi mina it needed no permission for someone ukuthi abone uJesu. Umuntu wayefuna ukubona uJesu wayehamba ayombona. Niyakhumbula nizokhumbula ukuthi uZekhias kolunye usuku wathi efuna ukubona uJesu wagijima waya kuphi wakhwela esihlahleni kuthiwa wamlinda ebuya ngendlela because he wanted to see who? Jesus. And the Greeks now they are coming kuye uFilipi bathi bona we mnumzane sifuna ukubona uJesu. Omunye uthi yena mayeloba whether they were there out of curiosity or as proselytes is a question of no interest. Ukuthi babe laphayana ngoba abanye bathi bona babehambe ngoba babezwile ukuthi uJesu wayevuse uLazarus ekufeni. So babefuna ukubona ukuthi ungumuntu onjani lo ovusa abantu ekufeni. Abanye bathi bona hayi babe ngabantu ababekholwa babephendukile enkolweni yamaJuda. It is not a question that we want to answer today, but today we are in the subject ukuthi bafika because it was the feast. The Bible says it was the feast of the Jews. Kwakumkhosi wamaJuda. Ama-Greek, they came all the way from Athens to attend the feast of the Jews. Now, ama-Greek babesazi ukuthi akulabudlelwano obuhle phakathi kwabo namaJuda. They knew that there was sour relationship between them and the Jews. AmaJuda ayeseyisa ama-Greek ewabiza njengabantu bezizweni. Kwakungabantu ababengamukeleki enkonzweni zamaJuda, but regardless of the fact that they knew ukuthi babengazwani namaJuda, they came all the way to be part of this feast. vumani ngithi mina namhlanje ekuseni kunabantu esingezwani nabo enkonzweni. But lokho akuzi ukusimisa ukuthi sibe ingxenye yokuza enkonzweni. You cannot stop coming to church because so and so doesn't like you, because so and so akazange akhulume kahle ngawe. They looked beyond ukungezwani kwabo namaJuda and went to attend the feast because they had an appointment which was above lokho ababekukhona phakathi kwabo namaJuda. Uyabona kunabantu okuthiwa bayathanda ukubheka izinto ezingathile ezingasho lutho. Kuthiwa ubaba nomama they had a fight over something. Kuthiwa babengazwani. Umama athi yena every time ubaba maye sebenzisa iColgate kuthiwa kumele ayipushe from ngaphansi. Kuthiwa kumele ayipushe from where ngaphansi. Akasule ke ubaba ukuthi umama why eyiphusha afika ibambe entanyeni. And ngoba ne fight. Umama athi why when we push from ngapi ngaphansi. Ngicela uyibambe kuphi emqaleni. Now ifight yaba nkulu to a point ukuthi kwazi kwaba ne tension la ekhaya. Basi bathi bona let's go and see the counselor. Base behamba ku counselor bathi bona sinenkinga siyalwa la ekhaya. Umama uthi yena iColgate kasiyisuse ngaphansi. Ubaba uthi hayi kasiyibambe kuphi emqaleni entanyeni. So this fight uthi yena ucounselor what you don't understand nina nongu2 yikuthi okunihlanganisayo kukhulu kunaloko kunjani okunehlukanisayo. What puts you together is bigger than that which separates you. Ngifuna ukusho bazalwane ukuthi osihlanganisa lapha umkhulu kunalo osehlukanisayo. He who has brought us here is bigger than that which separates us. We might be separated by languages that we speak. We might be separated by the backgrounds that we're coming from. We might be separated because of our nationalities. But uJesu osihlanganisa lapha umkhulu kunaleyo mgoqo esihlukanisayo. Abanye bathi bona because esawatheni I was so disappointed, I will then never get married. Esawatheni kunomfana oyi1 owamdisappointayo. So bonke abafana besawatheni sebefana because there was one boy who disappointed you, or there was one lady who disappointed you. A leaf cannot represent a forest. It does not define everyone. You cannot paintbrush everyone because of something once that happened to you. Angazi ukuthi abafundisi abancane, the young pastors bazakubona nice. And umzalwane wayekhuluma out of experience yakhe ayibe nayo nomunye wabafundisi abanjani abancane. Ngithi mina hayi ungakhathazeki wemfundisi. Actually umzalwane mayekhuluma kanje is very much concerned. Kuthi ukuthi ku concern yakhe ugcina ngokunithandazela. Whether it's true or not, but if you are really concerned to a point that you can write something like that, please don't forget out of your concern ukuthi uphinde wenze njani ubathandazele. Pray for them. Do not make permanent decisions based on temporal situations. You cannot make a permanent decision based on temporal what situations, because ama situations ayayenza njani ayabuya ayedlula. So now John 12 verse 5 mawuyifunda ichapter leyi uthi yena ku verse 5 uJudas kuthiwa he had a concern why amafutha lawa adula kangaka ahamba ayasetshenziswa ukuthi esetshenziswe nguMaria ukugcoba uJesu enyaweni. Instead, they were going to be put on a better use ukuthi athengiswe la mafutha angathengiswa imali bese iba khona esikhwameni. Uthi Ellen White Mayibhala uthi yena there was nothing that Judas was worried about because yena imali eyikhona esikhwameni being the treasurer kuthiwa wayisebenzisa in his own personal use. He had no regard of what was happening with the poor. Wayengenandaba nakho konke lokho kusenzakala. Yena he was much worried about his own belly and his own personal interest. So when he complained, he was not complaining because of the ministry. He complained because of his personal interest. Now, Judas Iscariot, as he comes, he connived with Simon, who was hosting the feast. He connived with Samson, who was hosting the feast. Simon, who was hosting the feast. Simon, iti Bible, wayengakholwa kuJesu. Lalani bazalwane, yazi kunabantu ababakhona kuma feast but bengakholwa kuJesu. Akuzwanga nalokho. Kunabantu aba-attenda i-service i-church from ekuseni ngo-9 kuze kuyefika u-5 ntambama but bengakholwa kuye lo uJesu. Kuthiwa wayekhona uSimon, he was actually he was not only there, wayenga-attendanga kuphela but kuthiwa he was hosting kwakusendlini yakhe. Abantu bazenza into ezinkulu uJesu bengenandaba naye. Kuthiwa he was hosting this gathering. It was before the Passover. Now, as they came to Simon's house, kuthiwa he hosted them. And when Mary Magdalene came, wazofika enyaweni zikaJesu, wafika wamgcoba i-alabaster, wasemsula ngenwele zakhe. Kuthiwa uSimon spoke in his heart, what if only he knew. Uthi yena uMethu Mayibhala, uthi yena what yena if only he knew, if he was a true prophet. Ubengasoze avuma ukuthi lo wesifazana athinta inyawo zakhe. Mawubuyele emuva ihistory says uJesu wayesilise uSimon from leprosy. Regardless of the fact of what Jesus had done for him, he did not believe that he is a true prophet. Even uNkulunkulu esebenzela izinto abantu, they will still come and be part of the church but bengakholwa ukuthi he is a real God. That is why mawumntwana segula kuyahanjwa Nicodemusly, because this is not a true God. Akaso uNkulunkulu ozela weqiniso. Kuthiwa uthi yena if only he was a true prophet, he would have known ukuthi lo ungumuntu onjani. Let me take you back. I'm historians but bona uSimon kahle kahle he had some relations with this lady. Hey, he had some relations with this lady ayengaziwa ngabanye abantu lapha. So wayesazi ukuthi umama lo ukhwale kangakanani because they were involved in the past together. uJesu read his heart. Abesesithi uJesu, hey wena Simon, kwakukhona umuntu owayekolota i50 rand, ithi ngibe ngeke rand because we are in South Africa, eh?
Yes.
Kwakukhona umuntu ayekolota i50 rand, omunye kolota i500 rand. Kuthiwa umnikazi wesikoloto wabiza bonke wathi ngiyanixolela hambani. Then uJesu abesebuza Simon uthi, hey Simon, ubona ngathi ngubani owajabula kakhulu? Simon, obviously this one we 500. uJesu gave Simon ilesson eyokuthi izinto zaziyo ngomuntu kawumenzi abe mubi nasebantwini. If you know anything bad about him or about her, keep it to yourself. Because now Simon, ngiyazazi zakho ngaziletha lapha. Kahle wena you owe me 500. This one owes me only 50 rand. Simon understood that he kept quiet. He kept quiet. When you read this, chapter 12, bazalwane, ngicela uyazi uthena uJohn Mayiloba uthena they came. Babuya bebaningi, kuthiwa babebuya bazalwane bebaningi amaJuda. Abesisithi ku verse along the chapter besithena abaningi bakhona babengazanga ukuzobona uJesu. Kuthiwa babengazanga ukuzobona ubani uJesu. babengazanga futhi for umkhosi we-Passover. Kuthiwa they had come all the way. What they had come for? They wanted to see uLazarus. Why did they want to see uLazarus? Because uLazarus kuthiwa wayevuswe ekufeni. Wayevuswe ekufeni ngubani? nguJesu. So they had come all the way. They wanted to ask Lazarus and put him on interview and ask him questions. Lazarus, tell us. What was the experience? There 4 days in the grave. What happened? What voices did you hear? Can you tell us? Uyabona ngize ngicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe ngabe kwakuse-Africa abanye babezothi, hey, come and be our God in our church. Wawuzathola sekulezithombe zikaLazarus, he who risen from the dead. Abanye babefuna uzombona impela uyaphila somkhovo. Kuthiwa babebuyile bebaningi bazalwane. Babebuye bebaningi bezobona uLazarus. Many of them had come all the way so that they could interview Lazarus and hear what he's going to say. And then Deserve Ages, Ellen White says, Lazarus did not say anything. He remained quiet because he did not feel any need of saying anything. He said, I stand as a testimony of what God has done in me. At times, you don't need to say a lot of words. You don't need to shout of what God has done for you. It is what God has done in you that speaks for itself. It is the blessing in you that speaks for itself. Lazarus stood and said, I will not say a word. Me, I stand as a testimony of that God is God of power. He rose, he actually, he woke me from the dead. He resurrected me from the dead. Now, Lazarus, he stood and said nothing. Lazarus, now we are pillar. Let me say this. Verse 9 and 10, when you read chapter 12, verse 9. Let's start with verse 9. Verse 9. Verse 9 says, much people of the Jews therefore knew that he was there, and they came not for Jesus' sake only, but that they might see Lazarus also, whom he had raised from the dead. Sometimes as we meet here, as I have said before, they have come for different agendas. Sometimes when we talk kuma meetings, singers one. This card is because some have different agendas as they are here. But in 2023, we want to see Jesus. Go 2023, sifuna ubona uJesu. Verse 10 then says, the chief priest consulted that they might put Lazarus also to death. It kills you. They consulted, they spoke, they had a meeting, an agenda was put in a meeting, and they were called. Hey, what can we do? Let's kill the man Lazarus. Lazarus became the agenda that he must die. Abanye babezile ukuzobona uLazarus bezwe experience yakhe, but some had come for his head so that they can kill him. Are you happy when I'm blessed? I wish we could preach on that title one day. Lazarus while his family was celebrating, they were not celebrating, they were disappointed. If Lazarus abantu ababemkolo dumashonisa sebesizwa kuthiwa uvukile kwabafile babezojabula nabo. Ababengamthanda uLazarus, like the priests, the Bible says they sat together and counseled one another and said, let us put him to death. But let me tell you something that will shock you. They had nothing to do with Lazarus. People will want to kill you. Now, hey, Lazarus was not a threat. They had nothing to do with Lazarus. They wanted him dead. Let me tell you the reason. It is because they wanted the man Jesus. They wanted who? Jesus. But now, the problem was, if we kill Jesus and leave Lazarus alive, he will remain forever the testimony that this man had power. So, as any evidence. Let's kill the evidence. Lazarus stood as an evidence that God is God of power. Let's stand bazalwane as an evidence. Emhlabeni, let's stand as an evidence that our God is a God of power. Without saying much words, abanye sifuna ukubhala kakhulu, sibhale basiphikise sesenzani, sigcine silahleka nathi ekuphikisweni. Ungaselawa amazwi owenze njani okuba khona, ugcine sewenze njani ubalandela. Please stop saying a lot of things. Stand as a testimony that God is God of power and God of grace. Now, Lazarus, they cancelled with one another, but we want to kill him. We want to kill him. It's not everyone who is happy when you are blessed. Let me say, when you buy a car, not everyone is happy that you have bought a car. Others are angry. They want your head. When you get married, it's not everyone who is happy about that. Sizolinda sibone ukuthi uzoyiqeda nayi 2 years. Not everyone is happy about that. When you get promotion at work, please don't tell your enemies. They will never be happy. You give them heart attack. BP. Don't tell people. They will not be happy. Not everyone who is happy when you get blessed. When your kids pass at school, not everyone is happy. When you pass that interview and get that job, not everyone is celebrating with you. Others want your head. Why and how did he get that? Not everyone is happy about that. Now, Lazarus, he stood and did not say a thing. Was Tulela Wamatu, what I stand as a testimony that God is a God of power. You see, the reason why they wanted to kill Lazarus, it's because amehlo abo ayengekho kulo okumele abe kuye. Alingizwa. Their attention was not on Jesus, whom they are supposed to behold. Remember when he came, John said, behold the man. Now, in other words, they were supposed to take away their attention in everyone's business and look unto who? Unto Jesus, unto the Lamb that he has come to save the world from the sins. But now, kuthiwa amehlo abo bawabeka kule ndoda okuthiwa nguLazarus. You see, when we take our eyes and put them on each other here, siyodlana ngiyanitshela yikho uPaul ezethi yena kodwa mandlana qaphelani lingeze njani qedani. Kuthiwa kwenye indawo ibhabhuni yayihluka, yayisireki yavo lapha e-community. Kuthiwa yayisidla ingene ezindlini idle ukudla intshontshe izinto. Kuthiwa yayihlupha le bhabhuni, abantwana babethi mabehamba besiyothenga whatever they have been sent to buy, yayibathathela along the way, yayixotshanisana nabantu bonke abantwana babengasakhululekanga. I-community is normal. Let's get rid of this baboon. Kuthiwa basebethi bona because asinazo izibhamu, we are going to call everyone in society alethe izinja so that we can go and get rid of that baboon. Bazilethe abantu, bazilethe izinja abantu kuthiwa babesuka bahamba. Baphuma ijumo bayilanda ke le baboon. Nanti baboon yaki gijima ibaboon. Nanti baboon izinja zayithatha abi gibela isihlahla. Phezulu esihlahleni ibaboon. Hello kiyeqa ibaboon. Izinja ziyakonkotha ngapha. Zayifuna ibaboon. Hey, kuthiwa alo kulokhu zisakhonkotha izinja abanikazi abakafiki. Basagijima bayeza. Ezinye zabe zikhumbula. But by the way, we're not coming from the same home. Oh, okay. Hey, they started fighting. Dogs started fighting. They killed each other. While they were still fighting, then the baboon, he had to run away freely because the dogs were busy on each other. Ngo-2023 bazalwane, God has given us the mission. But if we are going to focus on each other, we will be busy eating each other here, and the enemy will do as he pleases. Ebantwaneni bakaThixo. Ngo-2023, we want to see Jesus. Mnumzane, sicela ukubona uJesu. Say, King James Version say, would we see Jesus? Sicela ukubona uJesu ngo-2023. They began to fight and eat each other. Now, ngo-2023 sicela ukubona uJesu. Omunye wabhala phansi wathina, we have heard all the sermons, but we wish to see one. Likuzwile lokho? Uthi yena sizizwile zonke intshumayelo, but now sesifisa ukubona a1. We wish to see. People want to see 2023. We want to see Jesus. We have heard about this, but we want to see Jesus. 2023. There never was a pulpit like an old rugged cross. There never was such a meeting blessed as Calvary. There never was such a message preached on love by mortal men as that message of the pulpit of Calvary. 2023, sicela ukubona uJesu. Preachers, as we stand here, we are here to tell the world of Jesus who saves the world. As we do big programs, let's do big programs and not take away people from the attention, their attention on Jesus, and take them to great and dynamic speakers. Basale bekhumbula ukuthi the program was big, kodwa bengambonanga uJesu. Basale bekhumbula ama groups acula kamnandi, but without seeing Jesus. 2023, can we see Jesus? Ngo-2023, we want to see Jesus. Sicela ukubona uJesu. Abafundi bakaJesu bambuza bathi bona, who will be the greatest when we get to heaven? You know why did they ask that question? It is because the desire of man is to be great, to be known, to be recognized, to be seen and praised. People will do everything to get their attention. But 2023, sicela ukubona uJesu. 2023, can we see Jesus? In a world so trending with fashion and social media, people do all they can to be recognized and praised. All their efforts are to be known, seen, and praised. The desire for fame is usually a result of jealousy. Abantu, they want to be known. But 2023, we want to see Jesus. Departmental leaders, as we plan our programs, let's plan programs as a veza uJesu. Let's plan big programs that will not take away people. Sometimes we do things so that when we leave the office, people will really feel good. Nah, he was there, now he's not there. But in 2023, asifuna ukubona wena, asifuna ukubona ubani uJesu. The bigness of the program is fine, but will let us see who? Jesus. We want to see Jesus. Allow us to see Jesus. Musicians, as we sing, let people remember every word, but above it all, let them see who? Jesus. As we preach, as we teach teachers, let us see who? Jesus. It is Jesus. Where is it? It is in Jesus where we get imputed and imparted righteousness. The first is our right for heaven, and the second is our fitness for it. Jesus who is all in all. Jesus who is all our righteousness. Jesus who knows all about our struggles. Jesus who takes us from the guttermost of our dark valleys of hopelessness to the uttermost point of bright hope and future. It is Jesus that we want to see. The one whom bonke abanye besehluleka yena ongehlulekiyo ahlale nathi. 2023 sicela ukubona uJesu. Say, may we see Jesus. Mnumzana, sicela ukubona uJesu. Departmental leaders, can we see Jesus? Elders, can we see Jesus? 2023, allow us to see Jesus. uNkulunkulu sengathi angasibusisa. Amen.
Amen.